Tot de aardepies. Load shedding is nie die einde van die aarde nie.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was a ANC MP saying that load shedding is not the end of the world, but I know a few South Africans, actually a lot of South Africans, that would disagree with that. But before we get into that story, ladies and gentlemen, please leave a like on this video. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing if you enjoy the content, and definitely smash that bell notification so you can be notified when the next episode is up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Newsflash.
Listen properly.
When you get into a taxi, you sit down before you get in.
Did I hear that correctly? Welcome to a Newsflash, ladies and gentlemen, with me, Joe Emilio. Yes, we have rebranded News in 5. Don't worry, it's definitely the same theme. I'm going to try and commentate on the news in a short and concise way with a little bit of humor, of course. I just felt that a rebrand was necessary. You know, shows evolve, and I felt that the 5-minute thing was not necessary anymore. I want to create 3 to 10-minute videos, and this allows me the freedom to do so.
I'm free! I'm free at last!
Not just that, but I'm also adding 2 new segments to the show, ladies and gentlemen, where at the very end, very end of this video, when I do my sign off, there's going to be a bonus clip. And this bonus clip isn't necessarily related to the story that I was talking about in that episode, or even politics for that matter. It's just a random, funny video that I think you guys might enjoy. And the other segment happens at the start or beginning of the episode, where we have a meme of the day. And the reason why these segments have come into the show is because, like I said, the show evolves, and also I'm hoping that it will put a smile on your face, make you laugh, and entertain you.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Speaking of which, here is today's meme of the day. The Lion King. Well, anybody who has watched Sona 2024 or heard anything about Sona 2024 will understand why this meme has come into existence. But let's be honest, Cyril Ramaphosa has always been the Lion King. Anyways, let's get into today's story. ANC MP says load shedding is not the end of the world.
Load shedding is nie die einde van die aarde nie.
I know that a lot of South Africans are going to be very angry, and rightfully so. I mean, I'm furious that an ANC MP has the audacity, the gall, the cojones to say such a foolish, idiotic sentence like that. Because there's a lot of South Africans, I can guarantee you, it is the end of the world, or load shedding is the end of the world for them. I mean, you don't have to look far. Why not just speak to the family who lost a 3-year-old girl due to load shedding? I'm pretty sure that felt like the end of the world for that family. And you know what? There's millions of other South African families who are going through tough times because of load shedding. They've lost their livelihoods, their businesses, right? That would feel like the end of the world for them. There are other South Africans who are also on life support, and they require the electricity to basically keep them alive. Load shedding is not the end of the world. Well, tell that to the countless families right now who have newborn babies, who have to change their babies' diapers in the dark, who can't warm up the bottle to the correct temperature because there's no electricity. And not to mention, why don't you say that to the countless students who had to study by candlelight throughout the years of load shedding? I could go on and on with the countless examples of many South Africans who would find that load shedding is, or at least feels to them, like the end of the world. It just shows how out of touch the ANC ministers, and the ANC itself for that matter, is so out of touch with South African lives, or at least with the normal South African lives. And the audacity to say something like this when ministers themselves don't have to worry about load shedding. And it's all thanks to us, the taxpayer. It just shows how the ANC doesn't really care about the South African people. And I'm going to show you another example of how ANC ministers really don't give a damn about us. Because here is a DA MP criticizing load shedding, and just look at how the electricity minister reacted.
The only people for whom load shedding is not the end of the world are ANC fat cats who live in taxpayer-funded mansions with generators paid by the same people who are suffering under load shedding. But then again, we do remember how the Honorable Lucas spent over 50,000 Rand on KFC during
Yeah, the electricity minister, the guy that was hired to apparently fix load shedding, right? Couldn't care less. Laughing in the face of that three-year-old girl that died, laughing in the face of everybody that's lost their jobs, their businesses, that are suffering. And just by the way, the same ANC MP that said that, load shedding is not the end of the world, well, this is the same ANC MP that did this. Northern Cape Premier Sylvia Lucas used her official credit card to spend 53,000 on fast food during her first 10 weeks in office. Her first 10 weeks in office. She spent over 26,000 Rand on food in 1 month, according to the Sunday Times. She was inaugurated as premier on May 30th. According to the report, she spent close to 12,000 Rand on food in Kimberley, where she lives in the official premier's residence, in August. That's a lot of KFC. I mean, this woman has single-handedly kept the KFC branch in Kimberley alive. So the same ANC MP said in 2013, how would we have eaten if we didn't use taxpayers' money? And the same 53,000 Rand that I just spoke of, you may wonder, the maths on that, that's about 759 Rand every day for about 10 weeks. So what does 759 Rand a day get you? Well, it can get you 19 burgers and chips and cold drink meals every day. It can get you 30 two-piece chicken meals with chips every day. Or it can get you 89 bottles of energy drink every day. And she admits to be very fond of these, the energy drinks, that is. Must be so nice to afford all that food on the taxpayers' money, you entitled bitch. And this is what the ANC thinks about the South African public. We are nothing more than tax-paying slaves.
Don't worry about load shedding, you peasants. Just shut up and make do.
Listen, I really hope we come out in our millions during the election of 2024 and we end the reign of this horrible ANC government. It won't be the end of the world if the ANC loses power over losing power. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think of this MP saying that load shedding is not the end of the world? You really want to support this channel, please consider becoming a member. You get early access to all the videos on this channel, if you're a member, of course. And there's other great perks as well. More details on that join button below this video. Or there's a link in the pinned comment. If you enjoyed this content, you might enjoy these videos. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, share it far and wide, and subscribe to the channel. I've got more content coming your way. And with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Your newsflash is in.